Hi, I'm Darren and welcome to New Factory Classics, and this is How to Save the Wizarding World. I made a similar video last week on how to save Star Wars, and I decided to make some more. These videos are focused on series that used to be amazing, but lately haven't been all that great. The original Harry Potter was awesome. They made 7 great books into 8 awesome movies. Some of the movies were better than others, but generally they were all loved. Afterwards, of course, there was complete silence from Warner Brothers and the Wizarding World overall. But they still wanted to expand the universe and, of course, make some money. Eventually, the Fantastic Beasts series came out, focusing on a short story that was once written by J.K. Rowling. I would argue that the first of the series was alright, but eventually they just got worse and worse until the series was eventually cancelled. So where can the Wizarding World go to become amazing again? What changes do they need to do so the series becomes relevant once more? Number 1. Be very, very careful with your upcoming HBO series. The original series is iconic, and the audience grew up alongside the actors portraying their favorite characters. This reboot is already starting off right on the verge of becoming an unneeded money grab, so it really needs to prove itself during its opening season. Let's assume each episode is 40 to 55 minutes long, and each season will have about 8 episodes. That means each of the 7 seasons will have about 350 minutes to break down each of the 8 books. Each of the movies used to be about 3 hours long. That means each season will have 2 times the amount of time to spend breaking down the story of the book. This should be considered a blessing and a curse to the production team. More side stories, more characters, and overall more content for each book to expand upon. For example, most of the book fans are constantly bringing up storylines that were completely left out from the movies. They also may be cursed with this extra amount of time. You have to realize Harry might not even make it to the school in the first episode. And for non-book readers, a lot of this new content may seem forced and completely unneeded. They already know the bare-bones version of the story that they got in the movies. The new actors themselves have their work cut out for them. Is the public really going to be okay with a non-Daniel Radcliffe Harry Potter? Or someone new playing Snape? And how is the internet going to react when at least a portion of it is going to call these children garbage actors? How many videos are going to be called Not My Harry? Because I guarantee you that's coming. Season 1 of this show will spell out if it actually deserves 6 more. Well, let's hope the production team can pull this off, because they're going to have to walk a fine line in order to do it. Number 2. The Hogwarts Legacy plot. The story in Hogwarts Legacy should really be brought to the big screen. There's so much more to work with than constantly focusing on Harry's time period. The Goblin Rebellion and the Ancient Magic storyline would be really cool to see played off while still having students attend Hogwarts. It also has been stated lately that they're going to use some of the lore introduced in the Hogwarts Legacy games in the new show coming out in 2026. Which is fine and all, but why not just make a show actually about Hogwarts Legacy? You have so much new content to actually bring to the big screen. Number 3. You gotta cancel the Harry Potter baking show. Finally, a baking show! Something that the fall and winter desperately need on TV. I can't think of a better way to light the fire under Harry Potter fans than to have a baking show come out on HBO Max. Just think about it, we could have teams of children trying to bake sweet rolls that look like Hagrid's face. Joking aside, HBO, this is such a bad idea. If you're trying to make a show for Harry Potter fans and you're wanting to make it for kids, why not greenlit some sort of cartoon and have that come out quickly? If you make a bunch of really bad competition shows and you just flood the market with a bunch of really bad Harry Potter content, you're going to start losing fans completely. Number 4. Quidditch is stupid. It's honestly time to move away from Quidditch. It was designed by a lady in her living room, writing on a computer, trying to create a game that would be fantastical for children to think of when they read a book. When actually implemented, though, the game system doesn't make any sense. The structure is so bad they actually had to change the rules of it when they released their game 2 months ago. It turns out when you make the snitch worth so many points, the NPCs and even the players are only going to go after the snitch because nothing else is valuable. The only game that's worse to play than Quidditch is Blitzball. Number 5. Change the past. Harry Potter has been the major focus of the Wizarding World, and his story takes place in the 90s. Fantastic Beasts took place in the early 1920s. Hogwarts Legacy takes place somewhere in the mid-1800s. There's so much room outside of these time periods for the Wizarding World to expand upon. The founding 4 members of Hogwarts each had a house named for them. The original Slytherin, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Gryffindor all had a story to them, and I really think that storyline would look great on the big screen. You could always go further back and focus on Merlin. Merlin's beard is totally something all the characters say in the series. But he also was a legendary sorcerer that worked with King Arthur in the Wizarding World lore. And I feel like that could be a great movie that's completely alternative to what the Wizarding World has been offering lately. These are just 5 ways the Wizarding World can be improved, and the future could be bright for the series. Last year, Hogwarts Legacy sold 30 million copies, so there definitely still is a fandom out there. Relying on remaking the movies as just a TV show and only having sequels to Hogwarts Legacy come out is a recipe for spelling doom for your series. Bringing in new time periods, new characters, and new storylines is a way to bring back old fans and bring in new fans for the series. Because that's what you need in order to save the Wizarding World. So what do you think can be done to save the Wizarding World? Let me know in the comments. Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, and share. And while you're at it, leave a comment on my channel. I so desperately crave the acceptance of strangers online.